There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. And starting with what we can do on day one around public lands, right?
I mean, how do you just make a statement like that? There's no more fracking ever. Joining us now is North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, who knows a thing or two about fracking and related. You know, Governor Burgum, she wants to ban fossil fuels. I'm just going to read quick. She wants to ban fossil fuels in cars, trucks, buildings, and homes, and power plants. This is from when she was a candidate for president. She wants to ban offshore drilling. She wants to ban the aforementioned fracking, and she wants a $10 trillion fund to get us to zero emissions energy by, I don't know, 2045 or some such thing. I mean, this is the most, even for a San Francisco radical, progressive, whatever, this is really off the wall, off the charts. How do you do that?
Well, Larry, we've never had a candidate for president that's had such an extreme liberal green position as Kamala Harris. This will be new territory for us. But the policies that she's advancing, you know, along with everything else that the Biden-Harris administration had, which is it's anti-growth. I mean, they're talking about higher regulations, higher taxes. They're talking about, you know, stopping U.S. energy, clean U.S. energy production in favor of our foreign adversaries. And it's bad for the environment because the folks overseas don't produce it as cleanly as we do, and then they're funding these proxy wars against us in Europe and the Middle East. So there isn't a thing about it that's good for Americans, but there's a lot about our energy policy that Putin and the Ayatollahs in China would love.
I mean, if you ban fracking, if you went to the zero emissions business, what would that do to our economy? Okay, let's say in 10 years, let's say in 20 years. What would that do to our economy? I don't think any of these people have ever figured that out. Others have, but they haven't put a pencil to it. You're talking about the loss of millions of jobs, okay? Our GDP would shrink so rapidly, you'd lose 10, 20% of GDP. I'm just thinking that. So you're the expert on it more than I am, but that's what I'm thinking.
Well, you're absolutely correct, Larry. And then on top of that, we'd be lowering GDP, but we'd be raising consumer prices for everybody because there isn't anything about this that would increase inflation versus lower inflation. And just as bad as she is on liquid fuels, she's on Team China on liquid fuels, but she's also on Team China when it comes to baseload electricity because she wants to shut down all the emissions from electrical plants. And that's exactly how we would lose the AI arms race with China. And that will be an existential threat for sure for the U.S. if we lose that race.
Meanwhile, she's a big advocate, I guess, of electric vehicles, which, as you say, is jobs for China, among other things. You know, we had yesterday, Ford Motor Company came out way short of their earnings. Their stock fell 20%, almost 20%, Doug, in just one day, okay? And the principal reason was their losses on electric vehicles continue to mount. They've lost between $5 and $5.5 billion on EVs. I don't think it's because Ford doesn't make good EVs. I think it's because there's no demand for it.
Yeah, the market demand was largely artificial here, and the infrastructure to support that is on the back of the taxpayers, not on the back of the consumers, because with the 500,000 EV charging stations that the Green New Scam wants to build, the subsidies for the batteries, the subsidies for the car purchases, you know, all of that adds up. I mean, the Hoover Institute said that adds up over to $900 a ton of CO2 avoided. It's the most expensive way to solve the problem. In North Dakota, we've got companies that are doing carbon negative oil production for $60 a ton versus 900. So if you're concerned about CO2, there's a way to do it 15 times more efficiently than what the EV mandates are. And then Kamala, when she supported getting rid of gas-powered cars by 2035, just like California has. And so, I mean, this is pretty simple, this election. If you want to keep driving a gas-powered car that you can afford, you're going to vote for Trump. And if you want to have it taken away from you and that choice taken away from you, then you're going to go with the Biden-Harris plan.
All right, got it. Governor Doug Burgum, North Dakota, thank you ever so much, sir. We appreciate seeing you.